Hello, fabulous friends and fans. Welcome to this special series of videos on the North Node in astrology. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah, and this video is on the North Node in an astrology chart in the sign of Aquarius or in the 11th house. Now, the idea for these videos came from friends and fans just like yourself on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, here in YouTube, the comment section, and of course my website, nadiyashah.com. I'm so grateful for your interactions and all the positive energy that you bring. So I did do a video just exploring the symbolism of the North Node itself, and I encourage you to watch that because that is going to help you to better understand the symbol and what the significance is. With the North Node in the 11th house, now wherever the North Node is as far as house goes, life is going to throw us into things represented or areas of life represented by that house, so that we can meet the people we need to develop the ways in which we need to, so that we can fulfill our karmic contracts to ourselves and to other people as well. The 11th house is about associations. It's about organizations, and it's about our peer identity. It's how we relate to others in a broader sense, in the broadest sense, if you will. It has to do with friendship, but it's friendship that's a little bit removed. So it's friendship, but it is not as significant as the 7th house. So the houses that have to do with other people are generally thought of the 3rd, 7th, and 11th houses. So the 3rd house has to do with sort of the people you interact with regularly, especially in your early life, like your siblings and your cousins. They have to do with who you interact with sort of spontaneously as you go about your day, and your neighbors. The 7th house is about the partnerships you form one-on-one. It's about the commitments you make to other people. The 11th house is sort of a broader identity, a peer identity, if you will. And it has to do with organizations, unions, fellowships of the ring, fellowships that you might belong to, and how these organizations and working with others can actually make everyone's life better. And that's why the 11th house is also associated with the collective. It's associated with humanity as well, or thinking more broadly about all of us. And so if you've got the North Node in the sign or in the 11th house, you're going to be asked to think about a lot of people. At the same time, you're going to be asked to consider the broader perspective. You are going to be asked again and again to consider how your actions are impacting humanity and impacting the collective, and how you can actually do your part to help all of us move forward, to help all of us evolve in a positive direction. Life is also going to ask you to join these different types of organizations from different times. Join different, whether it's a union, whether it's memberships to different sort of professional organizations. Life is going to ask you to be part of these in order to help you to learn not only your lessons spiritually as well, but to help yourself to grow and understand things that are much more deeper, maybe not so much on the surface. Life is going to throw you in situations where you have to get along with lots of people. You have to be acquaintances with lots of people as well. And as part of having these sort of casual interactions, you end up learning some really valuable lessons that help all of your life. When you've got an Aquarius North Node, it means that your South Node is in the sign of Leo. Whatever sign your North Node is in, you tend to manifest the higher qualities of that sign. Whatever sign the South Node is in, you manifest the more lower qualities of that sign. So with your South Node in the sign of Leo, you are moving away. The South Node is what you're moving away from, and you are moving away an understanding of the world just being about you and just being attention for attention's sake. Attention equals validation. You're moving away from an understanding that what you say goes because you are special, and towards an understanding that we are all special, and that's what makes us not special and yet special. You're moving towards an understanding that we all have, and I think about the higher end of Aquarius vibration. Aquarius does rule the new age, and if you think about it, Aquarius also rules the Age of Enlightenment. Now, what we call the Age of Enlightenment historically was actually the scientific revolution that moved us away from, which really separated what we call the Cardian split, separated matter from spirit. And there have been a lot of really great things as a result of this. Because we've separated matter from spirit, we've been able to recognize equality a lot more right across the board for all types of people, regardless of gender or race or ability, especially physical abilities, we're able to recognize that there is something equal in all of us. And that is thanks to that partisan split. We've also seen some negative things as well. But with an Aquarius North Node, we are asked to understand the separation in its highest sense, to bring a spirit of equality to all that we do. With an Aquarius North Node, it becomes much more about, it's less about you being recognized as special just because you are, just because you're getting attention, and more about you honoring a voice within yourself and trusting that. Aquarius is the sign of the new age because it has to do with inner authority. And it takes a recognition that you are special in order to trust yourself enough to listen to your intuition, to listen to that voice of inner authority. And Aquarius is also connected to the New Age because it is that bridge between science and art. Aquarius can be a very scientific sign. Its ancient ruler is the planet Saturn, after all, but its modern ruler is Uranus, which is about the future, which is about the next thing. And with an Aquarian North Node, you are asked to look ahead. You're asked to think about the future. You're asked to think more expansively. It's not simply the vision of the ninth house. The ninth house is vision in terms of the world and thinking more expansively in terms of the world. But it's vision in terms of thinking about the significance 100 years from now. It's thinking really big picture. It's thinking vision in terms of not only your lifetime, but even beyond that. And also the 11th house has to do with, and the Aquarian energy also has to do with what you reap as a result of what you achieve. And so as the house immediately after the 10th house being the sign of the house of career, the 11th house becomes about the money that you make from your career. And so with an 11th house North Node, it is about you actually making money from the achievement of your ideas, of the achievement and the success that you experience leading to your prosperity. With Aquarius energy, it is about not only you reaping financial reward from that success, but that you reap that financial sort of reward, or you reap prosperity as a result of honoring your inner voice and achieving something that is actually meaningful to you, as set out by you and as determined by you. Life is going to put you in lots of situations in order to connect with your inner voice, in order to connect with that part that desires to be authentic, that desires to be true. And by honoring that, life is also going to ask you to create prosperity for yourself in the process as well. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you have an idea of a video you'd like to see me talk about, please do reach out in all the different ways that you can. I'm so grateful for this moment with you. Until we connect again, take care. Thank you for watching. It'll be a great month. Be fabulous and enjoy.